So the 2026 Formula One calendar was confirmed yesterday for the upcoming season, and the big change is that the Spanish Grand Prix's new home, the Mad Ring, is joining the calendar, and in its place, effectively, it is replacing Imola. The Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix has been discontinued. Now, a lot of people are saying this is the end of Imola in Formula One. But the circuit themselves have had an interesting word to say about this. They've said, quote, "It's not the final word." So could Imola return to Formula One? Well, I've got the full story here on the F1Chronicle.com, guys. And I think I speak for everybody when I say that I would much rather have Imola on the calendar than the Spanish Grand Prix's new home of the Mad Ring. But there we go. Let's see what's been said here, as always, guys. Imola has been dropped from the Formula One calendar, but the iconic Italian venue is not giving up. At Tuesday's meeting of the World Motorsport Council in Macau, the FIA rubber-stamped another 24-race schedule proposed by F1, with Madrid confirmed as a brand new host. For reference, guys, by the way, the current host of the Spanish Grand Prix, Barcelona, is on the calendar as well, but it's unknown what that race will be called, but it is one of the 24 still. And with F1, the FIA and all the teams agreeing that the 2026 calendar cannot accommodate a 25th Grand Prix, fears that Imola would be the host left without a place were confirmed. This is the news that we were aware of and that understandably generates a lot of questions, disappointment and a sense of bitterness. Mayor of Imola, Marco Panieri, and Regional President Michele De Pasquale admitted in a joint statement. However, we want to be very clear, this news is by no means the final word. On the face of it, the only chance of an immediate comeback for Imola would be Madrid's new street circuit failing inspection by the FIA. That is the one asterisk on the calendar. It is subject to FIA homologation, but it's very rare these circuits don't pass when they actually go and do that. It's essentially to get a grade 1 license. It's a brand new track, it's never been raced on before, so it needs to get a grade 1 license to be in F1. It's very rare that these new circuits fail these assessments. Germany's major newspaper Bild notes that there is actually a big question mark hovering over the inaugural 2026 Madrid GP. Many doubt that the street circuit will be ready in time for its planned premiere, it claims. If it doesn't work out, Imola's the first alternative candidate. Indeed, Imola's Panieri and De Pasquale confirmed that the race budget for 2026 has already been allocated. Also teetering on the brink of losing its own spot on the F1 calendar is longtime host Barcelona, even though the event is still on the schedule for 26. However, the longtime Spanish Grand Prix host does not have a contract beyond 26. The official ambassador to the Madrid Grand Prix, Williams driver and Madrid native Carlos Sainz, said earlier this week, "I wish Barcelona the best, and I hope that we have 2 home races during my entire racing career." Banco Santander is a long-time supporter of Spain's Formula One interests, and its sponsorship boss, Felipe Martin, said that he is hoping that Barcelona's race can survive beyond next year. Having a Grand Prix is a highly prized right in many countries, and for Spain to be able to have 2 in the largest cities in the country would be a luxury, he told Diario Sport. "For us, next year will be wonderful, and I hope this situation lasts for many years, with 1 Grand Prix before the summer and 1 afterwards. I hope, and I wish that we can have 2 Grand Prix in Spain for a long time to come." So that's the full story, guys. But what do I think is going to happen? Well, I've said this for quite some time now. I think that Imola and Barcelona are going to go on race rotation. I think that Formula One doesn't want 2 races in the same country unless it's the United States, where have 3, have 4, have as many as you want. But, the money's not there in Europe to have 2 races in one country every year. It's rare it happens. It's rare. We've seen it with Spain and Italy in the past. But these days it's becoming increasingly difficult. Something to bear in mind as well is that the Dutch Grand Prix, the final ever Dutch Grand Prix in F1, that will be held next year. So one of the 24 spots will open up for 27 because of that. But personally, I do think that Imola and Barcelona are going to rotate every other year. So we're going to see Barcelona next year, then Imola, then Barcelona. There is also a rotation spot that is open for the other race in Belgium as well, although that's not going to start until 28, I think is the rotation meant to start with Belgium. It's every year until then, so that's going to need to find a partner. That could be the Dutch Grand Prix. It makes sense logistically, but I don't think Zandvoort is interested in sticking around in F1. I don't, even if it's on a biannual basis, I think it's too much of a financial gamble for them. So we'll see what happens. But my money would be on Imola being on race rotation and it being back in 27, but off the calendar again in 28, and then alternating every other year. But your guys' thoughts are appreciated in the comments below, guys. Let me know what you have to say on this issue as well. Where do you think Imola will fit into the calendar in 2027 if it does indeed return to the sport? Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, guys, and we'll see you soon for much more content on the world of Formula 1 just like this. Have a great time, guys. See you very soon.